Hello and welcome to Rogue Harvest. This is a early access game on Steam. I have not played it at all. That is kind of the point of this entire video, is to play it. And from what I understand, it's essentially sort of a, I don't know. Look from the images, it's like a I don't know, almost like a Terraria sort of inspired thing, but it's not like just 2D. You can do like, well, you will be able to see. But I do want to have a look at this guidebook, which just says for new players, because I'm a new player and I don't know what's going on. So you awake in a dense forest. Your memories are blur. It flashes at you so often. How did you get here? The day is short. If you want to live, you have to explore and gather resources. Farming and hunting will keep you fed, but there seems to be a greater purpose. So we have what looks to be our health, our energy, active slots. So that's why that's a sort of Terraria-y type thing. Not this Terraria. It's a good system. I don't know. It just reminded me of that. Trees cut down. There's a menu down here. Mine stone, and there's an enemy which looks like a little mushroom type thing, and ourselves and a clock. We have our inventory, left click slot to see its information, which I don't know where I'll be, maybe it'll count up somewhere. Click another slot to swap them, so okay, so we can swap them pretty easily. And items in the active slots can be used in play, so you can only have 6 items out. You have to choose them, left click on a slot to see its information, right click a slot to craft, and slots in reds can't be crafted. Okay, I will probably forget all these things no matter what. Seeds can be planted, plants will often drop seeds. Okay, that makes sense. Shelter is key to survival. You can craft walls, floors, doors, and more. Okay, so survive essentially. So let's create a world and see how this goes. It's hard to say goodbye. Not really. Goodbye. There you go. I said goodbye. It wasn't sincere. I guess that's a thing. I don't know. Depends who the person is. Where did you go? Possibly on that plane? Moving to the right of my screen? I don't know. I have to find her. So we like, I don't know. The plane got significance, or we like, the hell was that? Was that, that was a worrying sound. You awake alone in a forested area. I'm assuming we were on that plane. You don't remember how you got here. You don't remember much at all, except that I was on a plane. And that the game is fluffing the clouds. Breeding rabbits. Alright. Okay, so, okay, there's something else here. It kind of feels weird with this. And the door, is that blood? Really? Okay, fine. So, these look like we just pick them up and they're fine. I'm hoping I is inventory. It is. So, I'm going to do that just so that I've got... And I'm hoping... Yep, 1, 2, 3 and WSD work. Okay. So, these are stones, so we can mine these. And I will see how we go with this. Oh, I don't know if I... Found a mushroom. We found a wheat seed. Okay, that's good. We can start, like, planting some wheat, I guess. Where the hell am I? In a forest somewhere. I guess if this is going to be our main structure, we can probably build back over around this way, and we probably want... No, we can have seeds here. Ish. There. How about? Okay, so once let's go chop down some wood, we'll come over to this tree, I guess. I do have to remember those, even though they kind of look like cute little mushrooms, they are evil. And this rabbit seems to want to hurt us as well. I assume this is supposed to be probably our better weapon. These mushrooms are resilient if I can survive this. Okay, sorry, did we obtain a soul? A spirit of a fallen beast. God, that's worrying, I guess. Right, I guess we'll go around and pick up a few things. We have quite a large inventory. Seems to be some silver, we got some herb, whatever. But yeah, it looks like we've got quite a big inventory, so we'll just go around, I guess, and pick up a few things. Pick up a few bits of wheat. Hopefully that wheat that we planted already will, like, grow pretty quickly, and then we can sort of worry about. So it looks like we have a life bar, which I obviously assume is how much health we have, like HP, and energy is probably like using up energy. Like we're at 37, so I guess we can keep an eye on it. Yeah, it just goes down, so it looks like we'll probably either won't be able to use our tools when we get to 0, or they'll just basically become an ineffective thing and we'll do like 1 damage no matter what, and it'll take like forever to do stuff. One of the two, I would assume, and I can assume we can take food or whatever to increase both of those, so we've got to get onto the whole food aspect pretty quickly. It'll be dark outside soon, I need to stay sheltered, who knows what's lurking in these woods at night. And as I was about to say, this place seems pretty peaceful. Ooh. Alright, destroy that, I was poisoned from it. And we also have to make sure we keep an eye on where we are, like here. But yeah, this game seems pretty cool. As I said, it's an early access, so I'm not expecting like a massive, like, full-on game from it, but I assume, can we eat these? Whoa! Okay. That was not expected. How long does this last? It's really trippy. Ah, but it's gonna get night, so I'm gonna go here and stay until this wears off. Yeah, it's there we go. It's early access, so obviously I'm not expecting it to be a masterpiece at this very moment in time. But yeah, I'd say it's good so far. Like, I haven't died, which is good. I don't know if that says more about the game or me. It's not being a terrible person at games. Okay, fresh and whole staple of... Okay. Oh, there's a little options at the bottom. We can save, we can craft... Okay, so we can craft like a fire. Oh, and this costs 4 wood, so yeah. We can craft a fire, a chest. I can assume we can put the chest in. Can we make... Right. Oh, this looks... Right, so there we go, a chest. Now we got some place to put stuff. Fire. I'm gonna put the fire outside. No. No, don't burn down my stuff. How do I take this fire out? Because I just don't want it anymore. Alright, let's just stay there and hopefully it doesn't like burn down our house. That'll be really scary. Yeah, it's actually quite a nice little thing. As I said, it kind of reminds me of Terraria, but not just a 2D plane. It's sort of a top-down sort of. I think it was described as being roguelike, or rogue. Well, obviously it's got rogue in the name, so I'm assuming that's sort of its genre. I don't know if it's like or light. I don't know. There's things that I don't understand about genres. I don't know what this is. A rabbit shop. We can get 4 energy out of this. So how about we eat that then? Oh, we need to build weapons. Good idea, myself. So yeah, generally I think it's so far it's pretty nice. The only like noticeable thing the only thing I'm slightly annoyed about is the lack of resolution options. You got a full screen, you got windowed, but you don't have resolution, which, you know, as I said, it's early access, could be done in sometime in the future, or could never be done. It's just a little gripe with myself, because I have a sort of weird setup with my monitors. I've got to kind of set it up weirdly to get this all down. But it looks like we can make a silver sword or broadsword. That's cool. Let's go out and kill stuff. Oh, so there's a fire. What is coal? Combustible. Oh, we can use that for fuel apparently. Okay. We got 99% on here. Apparently we've already used it somewhat. I'll probably stay away from using it as much. Now it's dark. So I'm gonna stay somewhat near the area. And we have a pretty cool sword so far, so let's see. We obtained a soul. Good. That used quite a bit of used 10% of our sword up though. It's a bit worrying. I think for these sort of things we can use our axe and be pretty safe with the whole thing. Alright, there we go. We're gonna make sure we don't eat those mushrooms again, that'll be worrying. Ooh, skeleton. Take him out. We obtained another soul. I don't know if these souls stack, but I'm not 100% sure if inventory freezes the game. Or not. Doesn't look like it does, so I'm not willing to, we have 7 souls apparently. So they do stack. That was the question that I was mainly going to ask. Now let's keep souls there, and right-click slots and remove items. I hope these doors can't be, like, abused. Let's throw some stuff in here. I can throw seeds. I want seeds in there. Or seeds out here, rather. Oh. Okay, so we can't get in. Maybe I can, like... am I at, like, a weird state where they can't get inside? That'd be cool. Alright, we'll be waiting out the day then. I've got to remember we have a little clock at the top, so we can see when it's day 2. Or the like. Which looks like it's getting to that point. And we haven't died yet, so that's very good. I'm not sure how long I guess I'll do this for, and I'm not sure how, like, it'll probably just be one video mainly, and I guess because it's early access and it's going to be getting, like, updates and stuff, I will probably occasionally go back to it and be like, oh, there's been an update, here's what happened, sort of thing, like, you know, revisit it. And there's still blood all over the thing. Right, can we make bread at all? Cooking. We require an oven to make bread. So how do we make an oven? Which of these is oven? Oven. 8 stone, 4 wood, 4 charcoal. Okay, so we have to make these to get charcoal. So I guess I will be clever and just kind of throw those there. What else do we need to make that? Let's go craft oven, 8 stone and 4 wood. So how much do we have? Wood? Yep, we got. Stone is where we go. Let's go out and find some stone, whilst also making sure we remember where we are and where our house is. Because I wouldn't want to get lost. That would be a somewhat very scary predicament to get into. Yeah, as I said, I'll probably just, like, you know, when updates come out, we'll occasionally do that. I'm getting hungry, I need to eat some food to keep my energy up. Don't know if we have any food on in our... Oh, we can eat leaves, so that's nice. Let's just eat a ton of those. And there's a pumpkin. Can we pick up the pumpkin? We'll have a look, see what we get after we pick up the stone. Do we have 8 stone yet? No. Okay. Well, it's in our inventory anyway. And this gives us 2 energy. And it looks like... Did we get... No, we didn't get any pumpkin seeds, unfortunately. Which would have been nice. And I think that's a poisonous flower over there, so we'll stay well away from that. Right. Pumpkin... Oh, we got pumpkin seed that time. That is nice. It seems these don't have durability, these tools, the pickaxe, the axe, and the hammer, it does seem like the sword does, so that is kind of nice, unless later on, like, because these are the default tools, maybe, they might have that, and there might be some later tools that you can do that you maybe have to, like, repair over time, or however you're supposed to do it with these swords. I don't know if you just have to make a new one whenever, like, anything happens, I don't know. I really, again, first time playing, no idea. The hell is that thing as well? Sword to the rescue. Oh, that's a chicken. That did not look like a chicken. Okay, so these guys are like a 2-hit kill now. They give me mushrooms, which again, pretty scary. Those whole things. Right, I think we should make our way back. I want to check those mushrooms. Do they give us energy? They give us 3 energy. Okay, so we've got the trade-off of, you know, you get a lot of energy, like, compared to everything else, you get quite a lot of energy out of them, but they're a bit... they have their side effects, I guess, would be the way of saying it. Right. Home sweet home. So we should be able to pick up some charcoal, or not. Looks like they have not yet finished. That is obviously our final piece of the puzzle, so I guess we can go off and some more stone and wood and the like. Actually, I'm gonna go and see what we can craft in terms of equipment. That'll be quite an interesting one. I don't know if we have to go in here to look at them, but we can get a hoe. We can use it for tilling dirt and farming. We can get a noob sword, which is actually worse than our other sword, so obviously we don't want that. This is the better sword. Godly Giant Hero Sword, strength plus 15 and deflects fireball. Cloud Sword. If it wasn't under red, I would probably be able to see, you know, the obvious reason why they would be calling it that. And we can also get a bow. I don't know if arrows... Okay, so we do have to have arrows as ammunition. I don't know if we'll be able to pick those up or not. We'll have to see. But first, we need to go craft an oven. What are we missing? 8 stone, 4 wood, 4 charcoal. Oh, right, I know what. What was that? How do I get here? I can't remember anything. It beats me, but I will focus on the living aspect first. So we can get an oven made, and we will go and place that into that inventory spot. So 6. Right, we'll place our oven right there, which means we're able to... How much for 3 for 1? That gives us 15 energy, which is actually a really nice trade-off. So we got... Okay, so let's go. But the thing is, do we need charcoal for that? I don't know. That's an oven. Like, yeah. But why can't we craft that? That's the question. Like, maybe we have to... I have no idea. Because that's an oven, yeah. I think we'll probably even be able to pick that up. But we can't. That's a predicament right there. I don't know if that's a bug or anything of the like. I guess we'll focus on something else. Yeah, let's have a little bit of an extra look around, I guess. We might be able to set up... Oh, actually, we have pumpkin seeds. So let's try and set up some pumpkin seeds, because they seem to be a decent amount of health, it looks like. Or energy, rather, that they give us. So, probably a good idea to focus on those, especially if we can't get the bread going. Again, that might be just a thing because of early access. Or it might not be. Could equally be either. So, I don't know. I guess... Like, because it definitely doesn't look like it's working, but I'm not sure if there's like a whole fuel thing behind it. And we got a potato, so that's nice. But I don't know if there's like a fuel thing behind it, or if it's like, you know, you just do it whatever. Like, you know, you make it, you use the charcoal to make it, obviously, when you first make it, and then that's over. I don't know. Maybe I should make some charcoal and see. We'll do that when we get back. Ooh, hell is this? Except for, I can't pick up the stone. Anything? No, just somewhere where someone died. Oh, Christ! I was wondering what it meant, or what was going to be the thing that fired fireballs, and it's setting the forest on fire. Oh, and I died. Oh, I definitely didn't look at my health. God. Right, I think that's going to be it for now. I'll maybe come back when it's later stages of things. But yeah, it's definitely a very interesting sort of game. It's pretty cheap on Steam. I can't remember the exact price. It's like... I can't remember. I think it's £4.79. £4.79. I don't know what that is in dollars. But £4.79, I think it was, and yeah, it's pretty good for this game. And obviously, I think it's procedurally generated, so again, you know, you have that like rogue type game style to it, where it's random. Well, I assume it's like a procedurally randomly generated sort of setup, so you won't get the same thing twice. Very sort of cool thing there. Like, we were quite lucky. It seems like we found silver first, so we got to skip an entire section. Maybe you can even find gold next. I did see some armor. I might have a little play around and see if I can get up to there, and then see how far I can get if I be a bit more noticing stuff. Like, I don't know, I was talking a lot during that, and that kind of, my focus goes to mainly that rather than the game a lot of the time. But I think if we picked up some armor, maybe focused on how to get certain things, also if we had the food, maybe that might have been good. I don't actually know how you get health back. It might like regenerate, but it might use up your energy. That might be a thing. So obviously we had the problem with the bread, which again, that's the only problem I actually saw. So there's like only two things about this game, I guess, that were a bit annoying. One, the resolution, but again, that's just a personal gripe of mine. And stuff like that, and yeah, we couldn't make bread, which was a weird thing. I might have just been doing it very weirdly, or it's just not implemented yet. Again, it's early access, and yeah, whatever. But yeah, I might do a few things, as I said, when updates come out. I'll keep a little eye on the little Steam news tab thing. Every so often, you know, scroll down here, see what's new, and then we can try again and see if we can get further. But that's going to be it for Rogue Harvest for now. Thanks for watching. The link will be in the description to the Steam page. Yeah, if you want to try it out, you can try it out. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.